briefly mentioned about how this was in collaboration with local small businesses around the area, right? I'd love to hear more about your process in like collaborating, communicating, and like receiving their inputs behind this mural.
The collaboration part with the local business is less so with this one. It was more of me researching around the neighborhood and then finding out what kind of restaurants or like a karaoke shops or other entertainment options or like the services being offered. I did research them around so that I can put those imagery into symbols to be put into the mural.
This one is a lot different, right? It's a bit more neon-y, it's a bit more modern compared to the previous mural across the street, you know, highlighting more Korean culture. So, like, what aspects did you really want to highlight through this mural?
That's a great question. So, I think when I was designing this, I also had the previous mural in mind because it's right around the corner. So people who come around to this neighborhood, they can respect and enjoy the traditional aspect of what Morayhill can offer. At the same time, they'll come around here and then they can also enjoy more contemporary culture for young people to enjoy too, right? So that's why I wanted to make a mural that is a little bit more, has a younger sensibility, younger generation sensibility for the audience. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And sure, this is gonna be an attraction, right? People are gonna be taking photos. Is there a specific aspect about this mural that you wanted people to know, that you wanted to communicate across?
Yes, actually, what the landlord wanted to have was a imagery that references K-pop. So in the center we have the headphones, which from the headphones the Korean K-pop music is coming out.
Right.
But in the center there is the heart, symbolizing the love of K-pop culture. But inside the heart is actually a hidden Korean flag design that has the kind of the blue and red wave in the center. So I think that will be a great space to take photo behind. I hope that by making murals like this, I can make the neighborhood a little bit more beautiful and inviting so that people can come here, enjoy all these amazing places that this neighborhood has, and then encourage the business to bloom and then make this place more vibrant and friendly. Mm-hmm. It's really great to come back after 2 years. And each time I come here, I smell all this delicious food that they're cooking around here. So I wish I can come back again and then create another mural in another location over there too.
Hi, so I'm Councilmember Sandra Ong, represent District 20, which includes Morayhill, where we're standing right now. I'm very happy to actually fund this mural. It's the same artist who did the mural that's around the corner. I think it's important to have murals. Murals really do add to the vibrancy and the cultural diversity of the community. And this one right back of us obviously does represent what Morayhill is about. It represents the Korean American community, and I think it's great for all the businesses here.
And I'd love to hear, I mean, you briefly mentioned about how this adds to the vibrancy and, you know, the resiliency of the community. I'd like to hear your thoughts a bit more about why you decided to sponsor this event and what specific, like, long-term and as well as short-term impact this mural will have towards the area.
Sure, because I do think art, something as powerful as, you know, like a mural of what is this community about. And I know the one around the corner, I think we did that last year, was more traditional. And this one is definitely more about, you know, the culture, the Korean American community, from the food, to, I'm looking at all of it, to the heart. And I think this really does add, like, art is a powerful way of telling the community what the community is about. And so it's let people who are new to the community take a look at what it's about.
And do you have any future events or future mural projects like these?
I'm always, look, I believe in art, I believe in murals, but I also think it's really a great way to like add vibrancy to a community. So before this was like a blank wall, right? So I think, you know, there's projects like this is something I enjoy doing. And the most important part of this whole thing is that you always need the businesses to agree to it. So I was looking for more projects like this.
Oh, this is a great event. I think this is their fourth mural that they're doing. The Asian American Federation has done a great job coming into the Morayhill community from the ground up, giving local support, but also beautifying the neighborhood, which is something that all the small business owners here appreciate. This is a community that empowers themselves. Like once every month, I think they wear uniforms to pick up garbage, clean up the streets, So when they see something like this, they feel a sense of pride and ownership of our own community, which is why it's so critical to continue to invest like this and beyond, so they can have the financial and economic support that they need to make sure that they can not only survive but thrive in the future.
Yeah. For us at the Asian American Federation, this mix of art and small business and making our communities more alive is a really important part of our work. And so we couldn't be more thrilled to partner with SBS and Councilmember Ung to launch this event. Honestly, this work is pretty extraordinary. So.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Catherine Chen. I'm the Executive Director of the Asian American Federation. Thank you for being out here. As you all know, we're an advocacy, research, and leadership organization. And we're working to bring more justice and opportunity to over 2.1 million Asian New Yorkers. We partner with more than 70 community organizations, and we work really to ensure that families and communities have the resources that they need in order to thrive. We're here, I'm gonna test my own Korean, in Muk Ja Gol Mok. How'd I do? Okay, very good. The Korean Food Alley in Murray-Hill. And you can see this here, that AAF has really built some trusted relationships over these many years with small businesses that are populating this whole neighborhood. And we've done a lot of different things through the Find Your Soul in New York City campaign. We've celebrated this community with food tours, with open streets, with flower plantings, with street cleanings, and murals. And it's actually this work has really led to Mayor Adams even calling this the more authentic Koreatown in New York. So congratulations to you all for that. We've also helped over 150 local businesses get found online, improving language access and expanding their customer base. And as Andrew mentioned, some of the businesses that we've helped are here representing today. Our friends from Jeonju were here earlier, and of course from Northern King Dumpling. So today we're really proud to unveil the second mural here by artist Ji Yong Kim, whose first piece, The Color of Sound, is around the corner. And these murals have just brought so much vibrancy to this neighborhood. This new artwork continues our commitment to placemaking, celebrating culture while supporting immigrant-owned businesses that in this moment are facing real challenges in lost revenues from tariffs and immigration anxieties. I want to thank Councilmember Sandra Ung, whose support made this mural possible, and the New York City Department of Small Business Services under the leadership of Commissioner Dinah Schultz-Gross. We're also really honored to be joined by Congresswoman Grace Meng, State Senator John Liu, Assemblymember Ron Kim, and Assemblymember Ed Bronstein. So thank you all so much for being here.
Good afternoon. I'm Councilor Sandra Ong, I represent this district where Murray-Hill is located. It's not often, actually, I see all of the elected officials standing up here today. So it really speaks to how special this moment is that we're all up here. I'm really so happy to fund this mural project. It's the same artist that did the other one around the corner, which we were there before. And I think, art is powerful. It really speaks to the vibrancy, the diversity of this community, and nothing screams. Today was my first time seeing it, and I genuinely love it. It just screams, this is Murray-Hill, and this is what Murray-Hill is about. So, I really want to thank this partnership, a long-time partnership with the Federation of making this happen. I know I was asked, would this happen again? I was like, I'm always looking for more partnerships, for more small businesses that want to do this, because I really do think this adds so much to this community and the small business here. Thank you so much.
We're so excited to be here to cheer along our small business community and our Korean American business community right here in the hearts of all of our districts. During COVID, it was really hard for a lot of our small businesses and our community, but we have seen our business community not only come out of the pandemic and survive, but to truly thrive. And that is a huge testament to the work of the whole AAF team and so many of our nonprofits who are here today, and of course to our small business community. We're so proud to be here and cheer you all on. And the district and the best K-Town is growing strong. I'm gonna get in trouble one day. Because You see our stores and our restaurants featured on Instagram. There are lines at places that we frequented our whole childhood and are now getting super popular. So these are great problems for our community, and I'm so proud to be here. Thank you.
This is a very critical moment for our community where we are forced to make the strongest statement possible that we belong here. We have a purpose in our community, and it's through arts like this that make sure we put a stamp on that statement, that make sure that when people walk around, they can walk with pride, that there is that inner purpose and intrinsic link to this neighborhood. And it is when we invest in arts and small businesses, we can achieve those ends. And by the way, thanks to Sandra, this isn't a free pro bono. We're paying our artists, right? I'm assuming we're paying, yes. Okay, all right, thank you. All right, yeah. Yes, artists also need to be paid. So this is a great model that Councilmember Sandra is doing, and at the state and federal level, we look forward to supporting this so we can continue to support the artists and small business economies in our communities. Thank you so much.
And I think Sandra said earlier, to have all 4 of your local elected officials at one time is kind of rare. So it is a testament to what a special organization Asian American Federation is. And I just want to thank Sandra. I want to thank AAF. I want to thank the artists. This is absolutely beautiful. And it just continues to add to the vibe of, like Grace said, the best Koreatown in New York City. And we need to remind everybody, you could be here in 20 minutes from Penn Station. You just get on the railroad, you're looking for something new, you want to check out some new restaurants. It's easy to get here. We need to continue to let everybody know. I look forward to continuing to come down here with my family and just enjoy the entire vibe that this area has. So thank you very much for having me.
Except thank you to Asian American Federation. Thank you to Councilmember Ong, and I will take credit for projecting everywhere that if you need me for a photo, give me a call. If you need money, call Sandra.
Thank you everyone for coming out here. Wow, this is an incredible crowd. It's great to be back after 2 years after finishing the previous mural. Maybe a little bit of a background of how the design came to be can be enlightening for some of you. So I was in talk with the landlord, Mr. Ko, and he wanted a design that was less traditional than the one that I did before, and that having something to do with K-pop. So me being someone who doesn't necessarily listen to K-pop, the only K-pop band that I know is BTS. I'm like, how do I go about doing this? And then instead of drawing members of the BTS, which would not be allowed, I decided to go to the route of depicting the kind of a neon signage that you see commonly in Seoul. So whenever I go back, I walk down the streets, and then in the nighttime, you see all these layers of vibrant neon signs, right? So that's kind of like the vibe that I wanted to capture. And then the way that you described about the electricity is quite interesting, right? Like to power the neighborhood and then the businesses. That was really nice to hear. So that's like the effect that I tried to create using this the spray paint kind of effect of to create the glowing neon sign. So thank you for all who helped out in making this possible. The members of AAF. I went through 3 members of AAF to get to this point, from Ayam to Yeonju to now Taewon. So thank you so much.
To congratulate AAF, the artist, and Councilwoman Sandra Ong for continuing to make Murray Hill a destination, right? I mean, we know there's great shopping, there's great restaurants, and the more you add art like this, the more appealing it is for people to come to all over and shop and spend money here.
I'm very happy to be part of this event, displaying this beautiful new mural we have right here in Murray Hill, which is the better Koreatown. And this whole area has been completely transformed by so many of the small business owners who have come in, who came in a very difficult time and still were able to succeed and bring services and amenities to the public and the community at large. So this mural shows how much energy we have here. I want to thank the artists. I want to thank Councilmember Ong for funding this. And this is really what the Asian American Federation has been able to do to focus attention on what small businesses need, and whether it be funding, whether it be business loans, and even support in art like this.
Do you have a message to visitors who may be coming to Murray Hill for the first time, or any message to the community?
Murray Hill in Queens is a very vibrant neighborhood, and it keeps getting bigger and better, and we welcome everybody to come here.
I think so much of what we are trying to do is create a sense of place here. For people to also not only experience what the neighborhood is, but also kind of have a chance to come here, take photos, see what's across the street, what's right next door. And so I think that's the opportunity here, is really create that sense that there's a place that you should go visit. And in this digital world that we're experiencing, something like this really allows for an easy Instagram picture, an easy tag, which then means it's an easy thing for everyone else to reference and be able to see, hey, I should come out here, I should come to Murray Hill, and I should be able to experience this. So for us, it's really about making sure there's more foot traffic here, making sure that the rest of New York, the buying power of New York, can come here to Murray Hill, and make sure that immigrant-owned businesses are actually experiencing some of that economic wealth that the city has.
Do you have any, I know you kind of briefly went over to the Mural project and how this kind of ties into the small businesses, or just vitalizing the local community at large, but I'd love to hear a bit more in detail about how does this Mural project align with AF vision for supporting small businesses as well as, the local community at large.
Yeah. Small businesses for the Asian community here are a vital, vital part of how we earn money, how we integrate into communities, how we protect our families, how we provide for our families. So for us to be able to do something like this really is about making sure that New York is a place that is inclusive for all of us. Asian immigrants are a huge proportion of the community here. We make up, I think, 17% of the city. There's 1.5 million of us in New York City, 2.1 million of us across the state. So many of our community are small business owners, and so the chance for us to really make sure that small businesses are integrated, are connected, are literally showing up on Google Maps. It's a really important part of how you actually have success as a small business owner, and so we are always so happy to be able to contribute in that way.
And are there plans to expand similar public art initiatives or mural projects in other neighborhoods across Queens and New York City at large, or are you more focused on Murray Hill?
So yes, we work across the city. One of the things that we're able to do because of the funding from City Council and from Council Member Sandra in particular is really invest in things like this. We're able to work in partnership with communities, work in partnership with paid artists, and so we would love to be able to continue to do this kind of work. It's really going to be an opportunity for us to continue to partner closely with the City Council.
And last thoughts, final thoughts, is there anything you'd like to share with us?
Like I said, I think this is such an important way for our community to be seen. More and more and more, we need to make sure that people know that Asian New Yorkers are Americans, that we are here, that we contribute to the city, that we are a powerful and culture-making part of New York. And so I think this is one of those things that allows us to be able to do.